Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be doing a nice energizing flow, concentrating on the side body, core, balance, strength, and just all sorts of good stuff. So to begin, you'll need your yoga mat, optional always yoga blocks and straps. I don't have any with me, so I'll be using, if I need any props, I'll just be using myself or the ground, so it's attainable. So if you don't have a yoga block, you can grab some books, cardboard box. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can always grab some yoga pants and just make these items into things that you already have at your house so you don't have to go and buy them. All right, so to begin, let's start in child's pose. So go ahead, face the front of your mat. Let's bring it wide. So knees about mat width, big toes point together, and then start to send and release the hips towards the heels. Extend the arms long, walk the hands out, and then just release the crown towards the mat. Make any small movements you need here, and start to focus on the breath. A nice and deep inhale and exhale, in and out through the nose, filling the lungs and the belly at the same time. While you're on your mat today, just keep in mind this deep and present breath you have right now. If you lose your breath during the practice, maybe come back to this pose and come back to your breath before you get back into it. Keep releasing the heels or glutes towards the heels. Let the shoulder blades draw together slightly and let the mind clear. Start to walk the hands to frame the face, push off through the palms, and just send the left hip down towards the mat and come into a nice seated, comfortable position. Just cross-legged, or you can even come on to your shins if you'd like. Ground the sits bone, so you may need to remove the flesh. Sit tall. As you inhale, reach both arms overhead. As you exhale, take that left hand up and over to the right. Release the right hand down. Keep the left sits bone grounded. Feel a nice lengthening effect along the left side of the body. This time, as you inhale, rotate the heart open. And as you exhale, close and reach. Inhale, rotate open. Exhale, reach towards the side. One more time, inhale, heart towards the sky. As you exhale, reach. Inhale, both arms reach overhead. As you exhale, take a twist to the right. Left hand goes to the outside of the right thigh. And just start to twist, starting from the heart first. And with every inhale, grow the spine long. And with every exhale, twist from the heart and then maybe start twisting from the belly. And do that a few more times, lengthening and then twisting. And then slowly roll back to center. As you inhale, both arms reach overhead. As you exhale, release the left hand down, right arm side bends up and over to the right. Keep the right sits bone nice and grounded. Feel a nice lengthening effect along the right side of the body. As you inhale, turn the heart towards the sky. As you exhale, side bend a little deeper. Just keep doing that. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, reach deeper. One more time, inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, reach deeper. As you inhale, push off through the left palm. Both hands reach towards the sky. As you exhale, twist to the left. Right hand goes to the outside of the left thigh. Start to twist from the heart, opening up the shoulders first and then twisting from the belly. With every inhale, grow the spine long, and with every exhale, twist just a little deeper. You can keep the gaze to the side or take the gaze over that left shoulder if you'd like. Completely up to you. Your practice. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly turn towards the center. Great job, guys. Slowly start to shift the weight to the left side. Meet me in a tabletop position. Fingers spread wide, root through the palms. Keep the shoulders aligned over the wrist, hips aligned over the knees. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, tailbone curls up. As you exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. As you exhale, round through the spine. Make a little rainbow with the spine. Great job. Do that one more time. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Come into a neutral tabletop position. Start to firm up the core. So feel the deep belly draw up and in. Push through the palms and then reach the left hand long and then send the opposite leg, the right leg back. Use the core to keep the right toes floating off the ground. As you inhale, tap the hand, tap the foot. As you exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. Keep pushing from the right palm. Great job. Last one. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. As you inhale, release the left hand down. Release the right foot. Curl the right toes under and just shift the weight back into that right heel. So driving the right heel to the back of the room, feeling a nice lengthening effect in the right calf. And if you need a little more, just lift that left foot off, lift the left knee off, make it a little deeper. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, release that knee. If you had it up, right knee comes up. Left hand goes long. We're going right back into it, guys. Inhale long, exhale tap. Inhale long, keep firming up through the core. One more time. Inhale here. Keep the foot raised. Release the left hand down and cross that right foot off to the left side of the mat. Release the right hip towards the side and just make a banana shape with the body or a boomerang, lengthening the entire right side. As you inhale, slowly draw it back to center. Right toes reach off the mat. Left hand reaches long. This time as you inhale, tap that left elbow to the right knee. Crunch it in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, reach. Inhale, crunch. Exhale and hold. Release the left hand down. Start to take the right toes to the outside of the right pinky. Curl the left toe under to lift the left knee and just scoot that left knee back. We're gonna get into a nice hip stretch here. Release the left knee, left top of foot, and roll over onto the outside of the right foot. If that doesn't feel good, keep the sole of the foot onto the ground. But if it does feel good, do it. Right hand to the right inner thigh. Give that right hip a nice opening. Ooh. Saying hello to that right hip, showing it some love. Then start to slowly twist the belly towards the inner thigh and releasing that left hip down just a little. So my gaze is now going to my left toes, feeling it along the backs of the hamstrings, the outside, that ITband. We're going to take a few more rounds of breath here. If you'd like to go one step farther, an option, this is an option, you do not have to do this. As you inhale, bend the left knee, right hand reaches up and over, right thumb on top to grab a hold of the outside of that left foot. Now this is where a strap would come in handy if you wanted to try this. If you have a hold of that foot, inhale, and then with every exhale, draw the heel a little closer. Really feeling a nice lengthening effect on that left quad. And just take a few rounds of breath here at your own pace. And then slowly release. Come back onto the right sole of the foot. Heel toe the right toe back to center. Curl the left toe under to lift the left knee. Frame the foot with both hands. Push off through the palms to send the right leg back. You're in a plank. Hold here. Let's talk about plank. Shoulders aligned over the wrist, crown reaching forward. We're pushing off through the meaty parts of the hands to hollow out the armpits so the shoulders aren't slacking. Push nice and active. Deep belly is drawn up and in. Glutes engaged, quads engaged, heels reaching back. Very active pose here. If you need a modification, just release the knees down, creating one nice long line from the backs of the knees to the crown. But if you can, hold it up. One round of breath here, guys. And then slowly release the knees. Come back into that tabletop position. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, tailbone curls up. As you exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. Really feeling the tailbone come up and then down, just like a smiley face and then a frown face. That tailbone is doing that. Come to a neutral spine, engage the core. And then reach the left heel back, hips are square, and then reach the right arm forward. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Find your balance, focus the gaze. As you inhale, tap it towards the mat. As you exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Release the right hand down. Release the left. Curl the left toes under down and then release that foot. Start to shift the weight back, reaching the left heel towards the back of the room. Feeling a nice calf stretch here. If you'd like to take it a little bit farther, just release that right knee. A little rounding through the spine. Just doing whatever you need to do to feel that left calf lengthen. Someone was taking it into like a half down dog here, not full. And slowly release the right knee, back down, extend, reach the left heel towards the back of the room, right hand reaches long, inhale. As you exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift and hold, release the right hand down, cross the left straight leg off and over to the right side of the mat. Take that left hip, just let it melt towards the left side, maybe rolling onto the outside of the left foot. Gaze going over the right shoulder towards the left toes. Making a banana or boomerang shape with the body. As you inhale, draw it back to center. Left leg reaches long, core still engaged, right arm reaches long. This time as you inhale, tap right elbow to left knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. Release the right hand. Take that left big toe to the outside of the left pinky. Curl the right toe under. Lift the right knee off. Just shimmy that right knee back until you find a nice comfortable position for it. Release the top of the right foot. And start to roll over onto the outside left foot if you wish. Left hand goes to the meaty part of the inner thigh. And just slowly start to feel the left hip release. An option, I love this option, is to then start to twist from the heart and the belly. So taking the belly from the mat slowly towards the inside of the leg, twisting, 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 releasing this right hip down very slowly. You can take the gaze over the left shoulder towards the right toes. Another option here, as you inhale, reach the left hand long, thumb on top, bend the right knee to grab a hold of the outside of the right foot. If you have a hold of that foot, take a nice deep inhale, twist the heart open. As you exhale, draw the heel in towards the body. This can be a little intense, so take it slow to start. Know your body, trust those signals that your body gives you and listen to them. Try to reach that heel in if you can, just a little bit more. And then slowly release the foot, curl the toe under, left hand goes back down, just lift the right knee off and send it back into a plank. Draw that deep belly up and in, hold for a round of breath. And then as you exhale, push from the palms, send the hips up and back, tailbone curls up. Start to pedal out the heels right and left again. Feeling a lengthening effect along the calves. Both heels reach towards the mats. Let the head hang heavy. So in down dog, this is really important. I don't want your neck hinged up here. I want it nice and heavy. So give yourself a few yeses and nos in this down dog to make sure we're not holding any tension in our neck. Okay, now bring the swing to a stop. I don't want to get you guys dizzy. Inhale, look up at the hands. As you exhale, walk the feet forward nice and slow. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. A little slight bend in the knees. Start to feel the core fire up. Inhale, root to rise, reverse swan, dive it up. As you exhale, seal the hands to heart center and then to the side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Root through all four corners of the feet. Nice neutral spine, tailbone reaching down. Inhale, arms reach up. Little back bend maybe by looking up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips. Let the heart melt and then let the head hang heavy. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into a plank. I'll be doing a modified version this time, so I'll be releasing the knees. Inhale, crown reaches towards the front of the mat, so shoulders now slightly over the wrist, a couple inches. As you exhale, bend the elbows, graze the elbows against the body. Inhale to an up dog. And then as you exhale, curl the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, left and right. Both heels reach towards the mat. Inhale, look up at the hands. As you exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, fire up the core, root to rise, reverse swan, dive it up. As you exhale, send the hands to the heart. And then to the side, Tadasana, reground and reroot through all four corners of those feet. Quads engaged, glutes engaged, almost like you're in a standing plank. Mountain pose, Tadasana, is really a strong pose if you make it, and let's make it just that. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, flat back, and then start to round through the spine, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, heart reaches forward. As you exhale, dangle again, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into a plank. I'll be staying off my knees this time. If you need the modification, always come to your knees. Perfectly fine. As you inhale, crown reaches forward. Exhale, hug the elbows in, almost 90 degrees. As you inhale, just let the hips melt, heart forward. Now I'm on my quads right now because I'm still warming up. And as you exhale, curl the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, left and right. And stay right here for a moment. Let's talk about down dog. So right now, my heels are touching the mat. I feel a slight lengthening effect in the backs of my legs, but I want a little bit more. So if you're not feeling anything in the backs of the legs, what I want you to do is just take the feet, step them back just a few inches, and then release the heels again. Push through the palms, release the chest towards the quads, and then that should get those legs, ooh, a nice lengthening and stretching feeling. Okay, let's continue. Inhale, look up at the hands, bend the knees, float or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, engage the core. Inhale, root to rise. As you exhale, seal the hands to the heart and then to the side, Tadasana. Reground, engage everything in the body. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, almost like someone's karate chopping you in the hips. And then let that head hang heavy. No tension in the neck whatsoever here. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into a plank, go on your knees if you need to. No shame. Inhale, crown forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. Maybe this time find space under the quads. It's a little deeper. And then as you exhale, curl the toes, send the hips up and back. Push through the palms to release the heels even closer to the mat. Pedal out the heels, right and left. Start to shift the weight over to that left foot, come off of the right heel, and send the right leg up for a three-legged dog. So hips are square. You saw me right here. That's with my hip open. Let's keep that hip square. So both hips square to the ground. The leg may not be pretty and raised, but this is what I want you to do right now. Okay, guys, inhale here. Then as you exhale, ripple to a plank and draw that right knee towards the right tricep. Hold, shoulders aligned over the wrist. As you inhale, push through the palms, send it back to that three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, twist underneath the belly to draw the right knee towards the left tricep. Hold here. Then release the right sole of the foot towards the left side of the room. Roll onto the inside of the left foot. Push off through the right palm and send the left arm towards the sky. So broken triangle. Or modified side plank, whatever you want to call it. One inhale. As you exhale, keep the feet where they are. Release the left hand down and let those hips sink. So awkward upward facing dog. Just like a upward facing dog, but our legs are in an awkward position, getting a nice stretch along that ITband. All right, guys, here's where it gets a little tricky. Start to push through the palms. Slowly bring the right knee back towards the chest. Roll over onto the ball mount of the left foot and come back to that three-legged dog. We got it, right? Inhale here. As you exhale, draw the knee towards the chest before releasing the right foot down. Release the left knee, left top of foot, and rise into a low lunge. While you're in this low lunge, you may find that your hips are kind of swaying off to the left. Come to center, the hips are square, then take the right leg back, right hip back, left hip forward, and then rebend in that front leg. Arms reach high. As you exhale, let the right arm go down. Send the left arm up and over towards the right. So just bending towards the front knee. Inhale, arms reach along towards the sky. As you exhale, send the hips back. Start to flex the toe towards the chest. Hinge from the hips, little forward fold. Hands go to a block or the mat. Keep sending the right hip back, left hip forward, and then let that head melt. So a half split variation here. On your next exhale, start to bend through the right knee. Curl the left toe under. Use the core to send the left knee off the mat. Hands reach overhead. Rise into that high lunge. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand dangles again. Left arm reaches up and over. So just what we were doing in the side lunge, but this time we're engaging our core a little bit more, getting probably a deeper stretch in that left hip. Inhale, arms reach overhead. As you exhale, start to straighten the front leg. Send the left heel back, hinge it forward, and then let that heart melt. So there's a lot of space in between my front heel and back toes. So I feel my hips swaying off to the side. So what I'm going to do is just bring my back foot in about a foot. That way I can realign and feel that lengthening effect a little more into the back of my right leg. And that's just my preference. You don't have to do that. Showing you what I like. If you had that back foot in, go ahead, send it back. Release the top of the left knee down. Bend in the right knee and rise up into that low lunge. Let's repeat that again. Inhale here. As you exhale, side bend up and over to the right. Right hand angle. Inhale high. As you exhale, send the hips back. Dorsiflex the toes. And melt. Inhale back to that lunge. Bring the left knee off of the mat and rise. As you exhale, side bend up and over to the right. Right hand angles. Inhale, high lunge. As you exhale, straighten the front leg. Hinge from the hips when you can hinge no more. Start to melt. So I was really high on the ball mount of my foot. So that tells me I just need to probably bring that back foot in a little. Again, if you feel your right hip sway off to the right, bring the hip center. You may need to shorten the distance between the feet. Right hip back, left hip forward, and then melt. Start to bend in the right knee again. Frame the foot with both hands, push off through the palms and come back into a plank. Inhale, crown reaches forward. As you exhale, hug the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. This time, definitely try to find space under the quads if you can. And as you exhale, curl the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog, pedal out the heels left and right. Keep the left heel risen, release the right heel down. Press through both palms and then send the left toes towards the sky for that three-legged dog. Hips are square. As you inhale, ripple to a plank and draw that left knee to the left tricep. Hold. Inhale, kick it high. As you exhale, draw the knee towards the chest. I heard a little pop. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist from the belly. Left knee to right tricep, hold. Then release the left foot towards the right side of the room. Shift the weight to the inside of the right foot. Press through the left palm and send the right hand towards the sky. Keep the left hip lifted by pressing through the left palm. Little variation of a plank or broken triangle. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the right hand down and let those hips melt for a little awkward upward facing dog. Should be getting a nice stretch along the outside of that right leg. As you inhale, push through the palms, rotate back onto the right ball of the foot. Left leg goes back up into three-legged dog. And then slowly ripple back, knee to chest. Release the left foot in between the hands. Release the right knee down, right top of foot, and rise in to that low lunge. Dial the left hip back, right hip forward. You may come out of that bend just a little, that's okay. Then start to rebend it. Oh, that feels better. Right hip. Whoa. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, release the left hand, let it dangle off to the side. Right hand this time reaches up and over. So we're reaching up and over to feel that nice lengthening effect along the sides of the body. So you should feel it along the front of that right hip, up to the core, down the leg, and then maybe a little off to the side too. Inhale, both arms reach towards the sky. As you exhale, send the hips back. Start to flex the toes towards the chest. Hinge from the hips. Then when you can hinge no farther, start to round through the spine, coming into that half split variation. So here is what I'm talking about. My hips kind of want to sway off to the left and open up to the right. So take this right hip, square the hip center. Then see this little movement, left hip back, right hip forward. So I'm here, and then I'm here. Here, I don't feel it as much. Here, I feel it a lot. So that's a way to really get into that back of the left leg, that hamstring, those calves. Start to bend in the left knee, curl the right toe under. Really fire up the core and reach the hands overhead for a high lunge. Again, anytime you're in a lunge, the front bent knee, that front leg that has a bent knee, you're sending that back. This leg that is long and extended, you're sending forward. Arms reach overhead. As you exhale, let the left hand dangle. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, both hands reach high. As you exhale, lengthen the left leg, hinge from the hips, and then fold forward. Release the right heel long. And if that feels like it's too much distance between the foot, just hop that back leg in just a little. You brought that back leg in, just bring it back to where it once was. Heel toe it back, scoot it back. Then release the right knee, bend through the left, release the right top of foot, and rise back into that low lunge. Inhale. As you exhale, side bend up and over to the left, lengthening that right side body. Inhale, bring it to that lunge. As you exhale, send the hips back, flex the toes towards the chest, and feel that lengthening in the hamstring. As you inhale, bend the left knee, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground, rise into that high lunge. Keep a nice bend in that left leg, nice and active. As you exhale, release the left hand, let it just dangle. The right hand reaches up and over. Inhale, center. And as you exhale, straighten the left leg. Forward fold over that left straight leg. Bring the right foot in if you need to. 1 round of breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly start to twist the body towards the right side of your mat. Heels and toes out. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbow, opposite hand, and sway left and right. Bring the hands down right in front of the eyes. Start to shift the weight over to the right foot. Start bending in the right knee, lengthening the left. Left toes point to the sky and in towards the body. Take that right hand out and over to the right to open up the right hip. Left arm reaches up, opening the chest. With every inhale, push that elbow against the meaty part of the inner thigh. Hip opening, and with every exhale, twist from the heart. Do that one more time. As you exhale, release the left hand down. Just start to walk at center slowly. Start to shift the weight to the center and then off to the left. Bending the left knee, straightening the right toes, point towards the body. Left hand reaches out and over to open up that left hip. Right arm reaches out. So think of opening the chest, dialing the right shoulder blade back. Keeping that breath present. Left heel can be down or it can be lifted like mine is. As you exhale, release the right hand down. Just start to walk the hands back to the front of your mat, keeping that lunge position. Bring the foot with both hands, push off through the palms, and come back into a plank. Inhale, heart forward. As you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal at the heels. Then release the left heel down, right heel is lifted. Push off through the palms, send the right leg up, inhale. As you exhale, ripple to the plank, right knee to right tricep hold. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, knee to chest, center. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, twist, right knee to left elbow, hold. Release the right sole of the foot off to the left side of the room. Shift the weight over to the left inside of the foot. Press through the right palm and rise into that broken triangle. As you exhale, release the left hand down. Awkward upward facing dog. Start to push through the palms, roll back onto the left palm under the foot, come into three-legged dog, and then ripple to that plank, knee to chest. Release the foot in between the hands, release the left knee, left top of foot, rise into that low lunge as you inhale. As you exhale, bend towards that bent knee, right hand dangles, left arm is doing the reaching. Come back to that low lunge as you inhale. As you exhale, send the hips back, point the toe towards the chest, hinge forward, and then start to round through the spine. On your next inhale, bend through the right knee, curl the left toe under, use the core to rise off the left knee, come into that lunge. As you exhale, side bend up and over to the right, right hand angles. Inhale high. As you exhale, straighten that leg. Keep sending the left heel back. If you need to bring it in now. So think about aligning the heels with one another. You're on a balance beam, and the heels need to line up. Take the right hand to the right shin or to the inside of that right foot. Slowly start to stack the hips on top of one another. Press through the right fingertips or right palm, depending where you are, or right shin, and left arm reaches up. So for purposes of not having a block with me, I'm going to be using my body. So you can be up here, you can be on your shin, just never directly on a joint. And then once you get more flexible, you can feel a more lengthening effect as you go down. Maybe palm is down, fingertips are down, you choose. As you inhale, feel the left oblique start to fire up. Slowly start to lift the right hand off of the leg or of the mat. Right hand reaches over, up and over for reverse triangle. Now lengthening the right side of the body. We will just combine those two moves together. So as you inhale, come back to triangle. As you exhale, lift from the left oblique. Right hand reaches up and back, reverse triangle. Inhale to triangle. Exhale, lift left oblique, up and over. Inhale, stay in that triangle. As you exhale, bend the right knee, send the left hand down to frame the foot. Coming off of the left heel, left toes point forward. Start to root through all four corners of that right foot and shift the weight into the right foot. So much so that you can come onto the left toes, and then shift it so much so that you can raise the left toes off. So this may be not your jam, which is okay. Just leave the left toes down the entire time. Maybe just work on lifting them up very slowly. Play with it. So if you can, lift the left toes off the ground, making that leg parallel, maybe even bringing it above parallel. I don't have that much flexibility in my hips, so in order to keep my hips nice and square, I can only raise my leg about this high. So if you're up here, square the hips off, so that's gonna lower the leg, then start to reach. As you inhale, bend the right knee, tap the left inside of the left shin to the back of the right calf. As you exhale, come back to those splits. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach long. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach and hold. Start to shift that left hip on top of the right. Coming into half moon, flex the left foot. So shine the left sole of the foot towards the back of the room. So coming into half moon, the variation is what I'm doing right now. I'm keeping my left hand onto the mat. Feeling a little wobbly today. Some days are better than others. Right hand can stay on a block, on a mat. You can even end up floating the right hand. If you'd like to take it one step farther, focus the gaze, take the left hand to the heart, and then slowly bring it up. One step farther, start to push off through all four corners of that right foot. Engage the leg, firm up the core, float the right fingertips. Slowly release the left hand back down, square off the hips, step that left leg back. You're gonna plank. Frame the foot with both hands, push off through the palms and hold. Hollow out through the armpits, draw that deep belly up and in. As you inhale, crown reaches forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, left and right. Release the right heel down, left heel floats. Push off through both palms and send the left toes to the sky, three-legged dog. As you inhale, ripple to that plank, draw left knee to left tricep. Inhale, kick it back. As you exhale, draw the knees center towards the chest. Exhale, kick. Inhale, twist from the belly. And And then release that left sole of the foot towards the right side of the room. Roll over onto the inside of the right foot, push off through the left palm, and release the right hand towards the sky. So broken triangle is what this is called. Variation of plank. These poses can be called a million different things or whatever you want. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, release the right hand down. Let that left hip melt. So another great reason to have blocks is to give you a little different feeling in the lengthening effect of the body. So if you have really short arms, it would be great to have, for me right now, a little higher base to get more of a stretch along that left IT band. As you inhale, push off through the palms, rotate the right toes forward, left knee draws to the chest before kicking it up. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, release the left foot in between the hands, release the right knee down, right top of foot, and rise into that low lunge. Left hip back, right hip forward. As you exhale, release the left hand down, send the right hand reaching up and over, now lengthening the right side of the body. Inhale, left hand reaches high. As you exhale, send the hips back, flex the left toe towards the chest, hinge forward, and then start to melt. Slowly start to bend through the left knee, frame the foot with both hands, curl the right toe under and rise into that lunge, high lunge. Left hip back, right hip forward. As you exhale, release the left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale high. As you exhale, straighten the left leg, release the right heel, and feel that nice lengthening effect along the back of the left leg. Bring the right foot in if you need to. Release the right heel down, so a little 45-degree angle-ish. I'll use it in clock terms. So if my toes were pointing to a position on a clock, they'd be pointing at somewhere between 1 and 2. Take that left hand and take it onto the left shin to start. Slowly start to rotate the heart towards the right side of the room. Draw the hips forward slightly. Right hand reaches up, coming into triangle. So if you know your triangle, if you can be onto the mat, feel it. But if you feel yourself start to collapse, then come back up onto you can even just press the tops of the fingers into the mat, or use your shin, use your thigh. Hips slightly forward. Feel the right oblique start to fire up. As you inhale, reach it up and over. As you exhale, lengthen that left arm. Same thing this side, fire up the left oblique. Inhale up and over. Exhale, release it down. One more time, inhale up and over. Exhale, release down and hold. Slowly start to bring the right hand down, bend in the left knee, come off of the right heel, right toes face forward. Root through all 4 corners of that left foot. Start to shift the weight into the left foot so much so that the right toe can come off the ground. You can play with this right here, working on balancing, or if you can, come into that half split. So this does not look like a split at all. Again, I'm very inflexible in my hips. That's okay. So in order to keep my hips square, so I can bring it up here, but my hips are open. So what I need to do is square off the hips towards the mat, then lengthen the leg higher. As you inhale, bend the left knee, tap the inside of the right calf to the back of the left calf for a little Shiva squat, and then reach it high. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Start to bring the left hand in front of the left foot. This is great to have a block here. You'll have one side that is probably a little more wobbly than the other. Start to flex the foot. Keep pressing the back of the right foot into the back wall. Then if you can, start to press through that foot to engage the leg. Fire up the core. Right hand comes to the heart, then reaches overhead. If you want, fire up the core even more to float the left fingers off of the mat, or not. If you have the left fingers floating, release them, release the right hand, square off the hips, and come back into a plank. Frame the foot with both hands, press through the palms, plank position. Let's flow one last time. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, look forward, start to bend the knees, then release the knees down, coming into a tabletop position. Cross at the ankles and slowly walk yourself back into you're in a seated position. Hands come behind the hamstrings, chest is long. Slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time, until the neck is the last thing to release. Okay, draw the heels in towards the glutes. Point the left toe towards the sky, and then cross the outside of the left ankle over that right quad. Flex through the left foot, so now the left sole of the foot is pointing towards the right side of the room. Start to use the core to bring the right quad towards the chest. Left hand goes underneath that space you just created, and then the right hand goes along the outside to clasp the hands behind that hamstring. So this is option one. Keeping both feet nice and active as you inhale, press through the left elbow to the inside of that meaty left thigh to open up the hip. As you exhale, you're gonna hug it in a little bit more. So that feels good. Option two, release the grip, bring the calf down a little, and then just clasp around the shin. So the option one, behind the hamstring. Option two, clasp over the shin. So I like this way a little bit better. It just feels a little different. Feels like just feels better. So different strokes for different folks. My accent, guys, apologize. So think inhale, open that left hip. Exhale, hug it in a little deeper. Okay, release the left hand only. Keep the right hand where it is, right hamstring, right shin. And then bring the left hand to a T. And slowly with the right hand, guide the left foot down. So coming into a spinal twist with figure four legs. Left hand goes out, right hand comes to the outside of that right ankle to bring it up a little. So our right shoulder is really down onto the ground. Our left hip is probably lifted. Left shoulder may be lifted as well. First working on releasing the left shoulder down. And you can't even see my left hip reaching towards the ground, but that's the feeling I'm trying to get here. It's just reaching my left hip a little towards the earth. Now is a great time to start to focus again on that breath. Deepening every inhalation and every exhalation as we wind down. Release the right hand off of the left ankle. Slowly guide the feet back to center. Take the left foot back towards the ground, and let's do the other side. Inhale, right toes to the sky. Let's go ahead and flex the foot, cross it over that left quad. Draw the left quad in. Right hand goes underneath the space you just created to grab a hold of the hamstring or the front of the shin and clasp the hands around. As you inhale, use the right elbow to just gently open up that right hip. So you're pressing that right elbow against that right inner thigh. And then as you exhale, you're hugging it in just a little bit more. So that was a little exaggerated, but that's, I'm just trying to give you guys a better example. If y'all have any questions, if something didn't feel right, or if you're like, I'm not sure if I was supposed to be here, or I'm a little confused with this, No problem. I have that feeling all the time. So just comment below and I will do my best to help guide your practice maybe to something different or better or a different feeling. It's your practice, so it's never wrong. It's whatever you want to make it. Always remember that. I'll just try to guide you maybe to having a little better feeling in what your body needs. Okay. Release the grip off of the shin. Left hand comes to that right ankle. Right hand goes to a T. Slowly guide the right sole of the foot to the ground. So you may be down here. That's okay. You may not be even able to grab that ankle. Cool. If you got it, use the left quad to draw the right foot up. Release the right shoulder, and then just work on releasing the right hip down. So I'm gonna do a pretty big exaggeration here. So say my right inner thigh was collapsing towards the ground. Just wanna push the outside of the right thigh towards the back of the room, which releases my right hip down. So that's better. Release the right outer thigh towards the back, the front of your room. I'm turned around. Release the right ankle and draw both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, drawing the chin to the chest. Squeeze everything in the body. Squeeze the toes, the calves, the quads, glutes, core, chest, biceps, triceps, fingers. Squeeze everything, the space in between the eyebrows. Squeeze it all. One more inhale as you squeeze as hard as possible. And as you exhale, slowly release the crown down onto the ground. Release the right foot, followed by the left. Hands coming out to the side for your final resting pose. Let the mind go and let the breath be. Start to wiggle the toes, then wiggle the fingers, awakening the body. And when you're ready, slowly and with the eyes soft, roll over onto your most comfortable side. Pausing there briefly. Slowly use the outside hand to guide yourself up to a nice, easy, comfortable seated position. Hands coming on tops of the knees or at heart center. Let's just end this practice with our biggest and deepest inhalation and exhalation yet. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your practice with me, as it was an honor, as always, sharing mine with you. Namaste.